did it together. Nice. The directions on page 644 say to find the volume of each base figure with the given base and the height. And you have to do two different ones. The prism, same units for the prism, and then a pyramid. So you're going to see the difference in the volume. And what they did in part A for the prism, that capital B is the what of the prism. The area of the figure at the bottom. It's not a line, it's the actual area of the figure. So where we have this formula, we put in what for capital B? Carlo?
Length times width.
Well, actually, we don't even know what the shape looks like. We don't know what the prism looks like. They already worked it out and came up with what number for B?
28 or 22.
22. So maybe it was a rectangle, a 2 by 11 rectangle. Who knows? But they got that. Could have been a triangle. And then we times it by how tall the prism is, which is what?
6.
And then we use our calculators or our head. We can do this in our head. You can do it in your head. Just got to carry the 1.
132.
Right, 132, and the unit is?
Inches
Cubed. It's the amount of space inside. Now, pretend that those measurements this time were for a pyramid. How does the formula change, Carlo? Remember, it comes to a point.
So it's 1/3.
Good. The area of the base figure times the height. So all we have to do is put those same numbers back in again. Any canceling this time?
We add the 3 and 6.
And then you multiply and you get what?
44
Inches
cubed.
cubed. And you can see that this is a third of the original prism. And number 2, 3, and 4 are done the same way, so we're going to do through number 3. So start A with the prism. What's the formula for finding the volume of a prism? Jack?
Volume equals base times
Capital B times H. And they worked out the whatever the shape was and found out that its area was what?
base equals 48.
And the area of the base figure is 48 square feet. And how tall is this prism?
7 feet.
Times 7. So take your calculator or your head. Some of you could probably do it in your head too. Elizabeth?
336
336 in the unit.
feet
Feet
cubed.
cubed. Now, you're going to change it, Jack, to a pyramid. And the formula changes how?
1/3.
So we have 1/3 the area of the base figure times the height. Keep the same numbers, but we're going to take a third of that answer. And go ahead and write the numbers down. Don't do any shortcuts unless I tell you to. Can we take 3 into anything?
48.
Goes in how many times?
16.
And then 16 times 7 is how much? Anyone? Carl?
112.
112, and it's, I think they're feet.
Oh, feet.
Feet cubed, and that's a third of that. Very good job, Carlo. Okay, number 5. Micah. There's some girls here in a minute. What shape do we have?
We have a rectangular prism.
What formula do we use to find its volume?
V equals base times height.
Capital B times H, the area of the base figure. Okay, now you gotta look at that prism and tell me what its base is. What kind of shape?
The base is 28.
No, you see, you're not understanding that a base, that capital B is not a single line or a side of a shape. It is the figure. And you have to replace it with the formula for the area of that figure. What is the base of that rectangular prism?
So
What shape?
the rectangle or the
Yes.
Yeah.
And Charlie, what's the formula for the area of a rectangle?
Length times width.
Do you you're gonna have, catch on, I hope, by the 16th problem, the half problem. This goes to a formula. That is the area formula for that shape, and then you bring down the H. So what's the length and the width of that rectangular prism, the rectangle?
28 and 39
No.
and 7.
Well, give it to me in the right order. The length and the
Okay.
width of the base, the rectangle is 28 times 7, right?
Yes.
And how tall is the prism?
39.
I want you to understand what you're giving me, rather than just putting three numbers and times them together. So what does that come out to be? Anyone quick on the calculator below?
7,644.
There are 7,644 little blocks, each 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, so inches cubed. Somebody could cut those out and make it. Not me. Number 7, what shape do you have now? Caroline Hendricks?
A triangular prism.
It's a triangular prism, so we're going to use the formula, the area of the base figure times the height. What are we going to replace the B with?
Length times what?
No, the base is not a rectangle.
Oh, 1/2.
What? Okay, you're on the right track. What kind of shape is the base?
A triangle.
So we have to use the formula for the area of a triangle. 1/2 the base times the height, and then times it by how tall the prism is. So now, when you find the base and the height of a triangle, you got to look for the right angle. Do you see it?
Yeah.
It's in the back. They have a dashed line. They have this little square here. So how tall is that triangle?
9.
And it is drawn to this side here. Here's the height, and here's the base. How long is that?
9.
9. And then how tall is the triangular prism when you turn it around and set it on its triangle? Some of my math house trophies way back there, the old ones are triangular prisms. How tall is it?
10.
10. Can you cancel anything?
2 and 10.
And what's 9 times 9 times 5? Anyone? Caroline?
405.
405 in the unit, Caroline? Either one?
Millimeters cubed.
Cube, very good. What is number 9? Muriel, what shape is number 9?
Triangular prism. Or, no, pyramid.
Triangular pyramid. The base of the pyramid is a triangle. So we're going, no, it's not a triangle, it's a what? That's number 8. Number 8 and 10. 8 and 10 are triangular pyramids. So the bases are triangles. You gotta use the triangle formula. 9's the exception. It is, what's its base?
A rectangle.
Rectangle. What formula do I need for a pyramid because it comes to a point?
1/3.
1/3 what? Standard formula. The area of the base figure times the height. Capital B times H. What's the base figure again?
Rectangle.
A rectangle. How do I find the area of a rectangle? Muriel. How do I find the length of the area of a rectangle? You have to know, child.
Oh, length times width.
Thank you. Don't let something as old as that stop you. You know what it is. It's length times width. Okay, that's the first, I think that's probably the first area kind of problem you've ever seen. And then times it by the height. So what's the length and the width of the rectangle on the bottom of that pyramid?
11 and 24.
Good. And how tall is it?
9.
9. Any canceling we can do?
Yeah, the 3 and the 9.
Good. Now take 11. That's 11 times 12. You remember what that is?
32.
132. And the unit is centimeters cubed. Thank you. 11 through 16, you have to draw the figure, and then we're going to figure out what it is. So number 11. Olivia Green. Number 11, what shape do we have to draw? A cube. So let's draw ourselves a cube. And what are the sides of a cube, each side of the cube equal to?
8.
Now there's a shortcut for this thing, but we're gonna work it out using this formula. So what formula do I use? Capital BH or 1/3 BH?
Just the capital.
Right, because it doesn't come to a point. What shape is the base figure?
Length times width.
Actually, it's a square, isn't it?
Oh.
It has a special formula, isn't it? Side times side? It's side squared. And then times it by the h. What are the sides?
8, 8 and 8.
8 times 8 makes the base figure, and then times the height. So actually, volume is side what? If area of a cube is side squared, volume is side what, Jonathan? Cube. That's where we get the idea of a cube number. That's why they use the word cube. So what's 8 times 8 times 8? Or get your cube key on your calculator. William?
512
512, and the unit is
meters.
meters. Cube. Okay, good job. Who did that one? Olivia, good. Number 13, we get to draw what? Julie?
A square pyramid with edges 15 feet and height of 8 feet.
Okay, artists or non-artists, start drawing a square pyramid. Find a point. I don't know, it kind of looks like one. And then the edges, that you said it was a square, right, Julie?
Yep.
So the two length and the width are identical, so we put 15, 15. And how tall is it?
8 feet.
8. What formula do we use?
V equals 1/3 E8.
What do we replace the capital B with?
Side cube.
No, not side cubed.
Side times side.
Side times side is just the area of a square, and then times it by the height. What will we replace the s's with?
15 times 15.
And how tall was it? How tall is the pyramid?
Oh, 8.
Any canceling?
Yeah. 3 goes into 15.
So take 5 times 15 times 8. What's the volume of that square pyramid? And the unit was feet and cubic. And the last problem, 15. You're talking about a pancake mix box. What shape is a pancake mix box? Chaz?
It's like a rectangular prism.
Right. I don't like that one at all. And its length and its width are what? Anyone? Is it, all right, Chaz, 15 by what?
15 by 5.
And it is how tall?
It's 21 feet. Well, I mean,
So 21. So I'm going to quickly do this because somebody's moving for some reason. Volume equals B times H. The base is a rectangle. So you take 15 times 5 times 21. Anyone have the answer? Carlo?
1,575.
And the unit is
Centimeters.
cubed, and that's it. We're done. And who's missing?
Second.
Is that it?